So this is Ghostwire Tokyo. The last one did say like best experience multiplayer when like picking a character, but yeah. It's always a bad sign when I'm comparing a game made recently to Gauntlet, which was like the first, well, it's fun with friends sort of game ever made. Like, I mean, not the first game that's actually fun to play with friends, but you know what I mean. Like, we've got some serious questionable design decisions, but we're just hoping that you're going to have a lot of fun just running around shooting with people to not notice them. If you think Gauntlet is great, okay, let me just ask you, have you ever finished it? That's the thing you can do. And it's not just plain enough levels either. There's a fun bit of player filtering at the end with like false exits and keys and so on and so forth. It's awful. Long legacy there too. Now I think about it. Like Zombies Ate My Neighbors is very spiritually a successor to Gauntlet. Run around with somebody, shoot everything constantly. It's a bit too hard. There's way too many levels. That's fair. I heard someone recently talk about like how they hate the term gameplay loop and how it's infected people's thinking. Where you're just kind of like designing a middle of like a game or a level of a game, and then just like, and then you just do this again, over and over. Like that's a thing you should have somewhere in there probably, but like you can't focus just like with tunnel vision on that. A lot of the like top-down shootery, multiplayery sort of Diablo things are kind of like that. Okay, here's a bunch of other random stuff that was thrown into this game at some point. Once again, just have a little check that I've played some of your game before you start telling me what you added to it.
一人で生きてるんだね。
そうじゃないんだ。マリー、このまま行かないでくれ。
True. True. Having a pop for every single item is always annoying. Okay, so Tokyo, check. Ghost looks like check. Now we just need a wire. That reminds me, apparently the Steam version of Slitterhead either is on sale right now or just was. That's very much on my list one of these days, but like... Why buy a new game that looks cool when I've got a couple thousand left from bundles to get through still? Before you freak out about the black mark on your face emitting particles, like, try soap and water. Maybe not soap in your eye, but you know. I guess those kind of wires.
今は言う通りにしろ。
君たちを救う。君たちの魂は純化する。来るべき世界の礎となる。すでに器は整った。それは魂の住まうべきところだ。さあ、
You've definitely gone over your budget in my mind for like time spent on the intro.
良き終わりはそこにある。
Just like Pokemon. Like, not bad intro, but too long of an intro. It's weird to go from that to, okay, so here's how you use WASD and the mouse. Space it out more, maybe. Middle mouse button, really? I do kind of appreciate just attacking by pointing your finger at someone, presumably going bang. That's like a lot of motion blur to the camera. That's pretty straightforward.
僕の体を奪おうとしたやつ
No double jump.
話す必要ないだろ。
それもそうだ。
Oh, that is
あん
the
たは何者なんだよ。
disconcertingly swimmy.
話したら教えてやるよ。
That, like,
それにしてもひどい景色だ。ここまでとはな。
can I turn that off? Do. No, it's not. It's not that there's Bob. It's that there's absurd overdone motion blur. Okay. That's
本当に渋谷なのか。
better. Look at the little K truck. Bring these to America. I want to see these instead of the awful eyesore ones. Boo Boo Burger. I sure go for nothing apparently. You just turn on that motion blur. It still feels a little weird to like rotate the camera. Makes me wonder if this was like designed as a console game and didn't really account for how fast we can like whip the mouse around. I can definitely climb on things. Doesn't seem to be falling damage. I can run, okay. Yeah, I figured that out. Kill stuff, get all collectibles, got it. I'm wondering if I turn on a controller here. Then check what the controls are on this. It's a more sensible block button. I do like seeing wire in there. But like... First, is my theory correct that, okay, yeah, this feels less awful turning with this. Okay. But yeah, that thing you saw me had to do with the melee attacks, like... I'm not seeing that in here. Ah, okay. Found it. You're good to go. Actually, we're almost good to go. What was running again? Do. It's in here somewhere, I'm sure. Ah, okay. Walk, run, okay. Okay. Let's see, we can get ourselves a nice, cool, refreshing can of blurry. We're really blurry, okay. One is not meant to inspect the ramen. That's fair. I am like oddly tickled by they're getting people's souls. Oh, what for? I don't know. Stuff. I mean, I could stealth. There's one down. Alright, there's a black one that they want me to hit, isn't there? There we go. Give me your triangles. Okay. Give me a look at the rest of them, please, though. Basically, no. Okay. I appreciate how useless that map is. Anyway, my triangles. skills. Take that, vending machine. What were you doing on this railing when you got raptured exactly? That's... seems unsafe horseplay for a hospital. I did little hand gestures. So I don't think I have ammo. Or just experience. What's the timing on that? Okay. It was a finisher, not just a, like, get this visible thing. Got it. Properly open? Is this thing in the way? What's going on here? Or is it just me, like, really quickly checking it and saying there's nothing in it? Okay, there's a very, like, small window where you can actually grab those, apparently. Yoink. So I guess get more experience that way. Maybe eat my invisible rice ball. Okay. We would have everything be so very Japanese, but then also have this like clear rapture imagery. And Yeah. I think games was just free in Japan. I could be wrong on that. Free or like very cheap, one of the two. Whereas in America, it's just like, no, 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 I'll drive myself. It's like, well, your arm's off. I'll still drive myself. Thanks. It's like, you know, I've got this stealthy button, but like, I get experience from killing stuff. These are incompatible concepts. It's weird lighting for a hospital, just gonna say. Some nice stair stacking there. So we're going for like a horror-y, shootery RPG-y thing. Just kind of like blend in the genres, it seems. I want to say Tango Gameworks was the like company that Shinji Mikami made and did like this and Hi-Fi Rush, and then they got just kind of taken apart by Microsoft because they're like that. Could be wrong, but I think that's what the debug was. Okay, thank you. Which reminds me, I still need to play Evil Within. Meow? Can I go up here? This is a very like interesting visual style this has for what it's going for. Like we're doing something at least like semi-spooky plot-wise, but then it's just very, very clean, very, very bright colors. No, like, super huge grainy filter on everything. I mean, technically he's, like, cleaning his kid's mortal flesh, which is, you know, not the same thing exactly. Nice stripy armor what you got there. Yep. Oh, really? That's a shame. I thought they were gone completely, but like, I was just reading about them and what they did with the Supernaga 2 people, and they're like, yeah. So there's records of the executives like asking Chat GPT, how do we get out of paying our employees? Just came out today. Like I'm telling you, like if at all possible, if you're a game developer, like don't have a publisher. They're like it makes sense for like old guard. I am an employee of this company, and it's a Japanese company that's going to like keep me on staff for the rest of my life. But otherwise, don't have a publisher. Like you're going to get screwed over in the weirdest ways.
何もしなければな。現世の時間で3秒。
And it's always like these like fly by night ones too. It's never like people are gonna like, have like serious money for advertising.
一つだけ方法がある。体をよこせ。妹は助けてやる。
あんたを信じろってのか。
Again, really interesting imagery here. Like
このままお前は死に、妹はあいつに蹂躙される。それだけだ。
you're gonna have my spooky ghost story game and give it like the least spooky ghost story visuals.
さあな。祈れ。
Bright clear sky, like really vivid colors.
僕は伊豆明人だ。
This isn't a complaint. It's just like, huh, it's a choice.
はい。KK だ。名前は捨てた。
KK
The dog from Animal Crossing?
マリオ頼む。
Meow meow meow. So like, the one thing with this that's bugging me so far is pacing. Like this is way too cutscene exposition heavy for what it's going for, because it seems to be going for like a very like slick, stylish, actiony thing mechanically with some horror vibes, and then just like we're gonna stop it dead every 5 minutes. Yeah. Like a lot of this could have been a voiceover while you're walking. Just saying.
俺には戸締まりしろってうるさいくせに。これだよ。
Up we go. Hi. Hi. I do eventually get my hands back. But...
マリ
Like, look. That is really, like, something visually. Like, that is like an 80s music video. Stuff like that is why I want, like, director's commentary tracks on games. Something people have done very infrequently, but, like... Can I have both my hands or just the one?
妹を連れて行ったやつの居場所を知りたい。
あいつは目的のために大掛かりな儀式をやるはずだ。
じゃあそこに行けば。
ああ、今みたい
Gotta always check. Nope.
焦るなよ。
Oh, okay, bring it down.
今度は俺の行きたい場所に。
You bring it down now? Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Okay. Now to search for more gameplay. Always get on the elevator in the haunted hospital. That always works out. Okay. Okay, this is dinner's closed. Not like I'm gonna put these signs up around this pile of clothes. Nobody slips on it. Just let me walk out of here, huh? Yeah, a bit. Yeah, for those not seeing the chat, if you find this game interesting and would like to try it yourself, pirate it, because it currently is owned by a terrible
あいつの
publisher.
計画通りなら外との連
Nah.
絡を遮断されているはずだ。
ずっとあいつを追っていたのか。
ああ、やられちまったけどな。無駄話は終わりだ。行くぞ。行き先は有限坂だ。
霧がまだ残ってる。
不用意に近づく。危ねえ。
Yeah, man. So I have this thing in a like Tumblr post from a bit ago. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I'll stay out of the fog. This thing about like how games used to this thing of like conveying this sense of having like a way bigger world than what's actually there, and this is actually not the worst example. Like we got this map here, which yeah, this feels like, yeah, this is a big sprawling world. But in practice, here's two streets. A bunch of like non-enterable buildings, but like, yeah, it sells the look. And this is like ex-Capcom people, so like they particularly like the 360 era, were really doing a good job with that whole thing.
なんだろう。調べてみる。あいつらがいる。
邪魔だな。片付ける。
I do like that little speed walk thing they do. Yoink. Okay.
避けるのが無理なら守りを固めろ。守りを固めるんだ。
Okay, there's a bit of a delay on getting that block up. this to do. Okay, that did not make them flinch as I thought it was going to.
片付いたな。あとは鳥居だな。
Meh. Slightly awkward controls, I have to say.
いいぞ。浄化はできるみたいだな。
Ow.
おい、社の中を調べる。
I don't want to use a keyboard because then it's way too jerky when I turn.
そうだ。
If I use a controller, like, the block button is the awkward little trigger thing, and, like, the lock-on button is also the interact button, and is also, like, weirdly picky about when you hit it.
ここはもういい。目的地に行くぞ。
なんだろこれ。
Meh. These old candles. Meow. Okay, well. Maybe I'm gonna keep playing for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get you something for the next game, okay? How's that sound? Wrong turn. I like how they kind of bait you into the fog with, like, destructibles. What was that? Was that a little hint to... Ah! Do we have an actual goal right now? There's one. Meow.
あれを見ろ。止めるぞ。まだ助けられる。これ以上奴らに好き勝手させるな。
I do think I have to have a different button for that. Ow!
さっ
Ow!
きの片白を使ってみる。
Oh,
吸い込まれた。
うまくいったか。あとは近くに公衆電話はないか。
今時そんなもの。
いいから探せよ。
meow, 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 meow. Step was right. In general. Meh, meh, meh. Meh. So kind of Mario like.
あいつ。
余計なことを。私だけが彼らを救えると言ったはずだ。邪魔をするな。お前は誰も救えない。
邪魔するなだと。なら渋谷中の霊を集めて邪魔してやるよ。道案内の続きだ。有限坂に行くぞ。
Oh, it's just cute and a little sad. Okay, let the record show you cannot pet the dog in Ghostwire Tokyo.
エドって人は。
Let the record also show we really rendered the hell out of the dog's butt in Ghostwire Tokyo.
ほとんどのことが想定外だ。どうなってるかわからん。
Okay, it's very physics the umbrella. It's actually really nice, like wet texture on that. Sorry, I was distracted by what looks like a Kamen Rider poster. Possibly. Ooh. Ooh. It's both encourages and then punishes exploration, you know, what you don't see very often. I'm assuming it eventually opens up these areas a bit more.
今はいい。先を急げ。
Oh, about that. Yeah. That's kind of a thing. Fine. Oh, hello. No? Hi. Let's be up on the desk time, huh? Okay. Well, I was gonna do a bit more in this, but like I think I have to stop and get you something really quick, huh? Because you are not being patient. So let's get up. Go to the kitchen and get you a little treat. How's that sound? Here you are. Okay. Where was I? Those punching little money pots. Which is such a video gamey thing.
コンビニか。何か使えるものがあるかもな。
Oh.
Nani are? Neko?
ありゃ妖怪だな。人がいなくなったから出てきやがったのか。
Excellent.
形があるな。持っている数が多ければ効率的に霊を救えるぞ。
何か使い道があるのかな。
珍しいものが売ってるな。
こういうの意外と買っちゃうんだよな。あ、エンジンがある。好きなんだよな。
終わったか。さっさと行くぞ。
I'm gonna need a moment here, game. You got the nice happy music and the floating cat in a little bathrobe. Like, that's... Who talks in puns?
粋ってそういうことなの？
いいもの以外は買わねえぞ。
Also, something something bodega cats. Oh, we got one of those COVID is a thing, so don't stand too close things on the floor. It's a nice little detail to see. I feel like I should really get around to putting that extra RAM that I got into my computer, because, like, that might help here. Boy, trash. Where up standing for that? There we go. Is that... Is this a remote for this TV? He's plugged in. Oops. Couldn't say they're not. Definitely being thrown away.
懐かしいな。
おい、遊んでる場合かよ。
Of course they can. Okay, that is a bit expensive. Yeah, speaking of Shenmue, which I guess it was, an hour ago.
ここあんたの家？
部屋の封印を解除してくれ。
中に何があるんだ？
入ればわかるよ。
Yep, yep.
なんだここ。
Oh, I hate when people have this sort of thing. Like, you can barely close that door.
って感じだな。
子供っぽいな。アジトって言えよ。
Like, don't we like stand on the toilet to close the door?
地図の範囲があいつの結界になっている。お前も見たろ。結界内の霧に触れれば消える。
結界？渋谷にいた人みんな消えたってことか。
うん。消された人間は5万か10万。いや、もっとだ。
なんだよそれ。
まあ、何人消えようが俺には関係ないがな。ただ、このどこかにあいつがいる。お前の妹が。
どこかって。
Okay, so I feel like this is pretty good sized look at this one. Interesting. Like, very... This sure is a video game sort of game.
誰？
Very, like, I had this on way too low graphics settings, clearly.
あいつは奪うことをためらわない。俺たちもそうあるべきだった。
戦っていたのか。この人たちと一緒に。
Looks fine except in the close-up, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like, interesting vibes and visual style, and hey, cat. And RPG stuff, shooter stuff, horror stuff. Yeah, weird mix. Shenmue, like capsule toys to take pictures of. They're gonna spend actual valuable in-game money on. Kind of interesting one. Which again, apparently has now been bought out by a terrible publisher, which is a shame.